Because I thought I was the only one who ever was going through it. I thought I was different, like something was wrong with me because I was going through this, and I didn't think any other kids that would be going through that. So I thought I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, one of the most helpful things to me was a provider that we saw that described what Molly was experiencing as panic attacks. And that to me was the closest that I think anybody understood at that time.
So
anyway,
having a temper tantrum basically feels like you don't have any control of yourself or anything that you're doing. Because during the time you want the help, you want to accept the love and help that your parents are trying to give you and trying to soothe you and help you, but your mind, your body is telling you different and pushing them away and yelling and saying things that you don't mean, and it really makes you feel awful inside. It makes you feel embarrassed, makes you feel ashamed, it makes you feel just sad that you hurt your parents' feelings, but you can't really do anything about it because your body is saying something else. It's really hard to try to explain because parents just think you're being very mean to them, and it's really like I'm trying to accept your help, but for some reason it's not me that's pushing you away. It's just my body. So it's so hard to like stop it from happening or even stop it after it's happened, because after you spiral into it, it just goes until it runs out, and all you can do is really just kind of try to keep everything pretty calm.
Yeah, because I would be able to tell when you were starting to kind of ramp up and then try to do stuff to help you, like, oh, I know your favorite was, now take some deep breaths. And it was really helpful, I'm sure, to tell you to calm down.
Yeah.
Okay, now just calm down. But I was thinking, too, that my anxiety would start when I could tell you were starting to ramp up.
Well, and every once in a while, I feel like I would get in such a, mean streak that you would just get frustrated with me, too. And, and I understand everybody has a breaking point. You never yelled screamed at me like I would, but you yelled at me every once in a while, and it's like, I get it. I was being mean to you, and you didn't know what else to do. You didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, there would be a point where I would not know what else to try to get it to stop.
Yeah.
It's like watching a runaway train and going, oh crap.
Yeah.
There's that runaway train again.
Well, and I think that the thing is, during that time, especially in the beginning, before it even happens, or you're feeling it happen, is that you just don't want anybody to talk to you. You don't want any contact. Just leave me alone for a second. Let me collect my bearings. Let me collect my thoughts. Let me be in my own world for a second, and don't tell me to calm down. Don't tell me to do anything, because that's not gonna do anything for me right now. Just let it be. That's the thing. Yeah, you want to push your parents away. They're in your room. She sits on I'm having a temper tantrum. She's sitting on my bed, and I'm screaming at her, throwing my pillows, throwing my blankets at her, trying to even kick her off my bed. And finally, when she leaves, then I'm like, wait, but nobody's here to help soothe me. So I'm screaming for her to come back, screaming at the top of my lungs, until she comes back. And then when she does, I do the same thing, go away, I don't want to talk to you, I don't ever want to see you again type things. And it's just a trap. It's your mind is telling you to stop and be nice to your parents and accept the help that you're given, but your body is telling you something completely different. Just shut everyone out, shut everyone down, and just scream.
Yeah.
Just scream. Because it feels like you want to explode, and so every scream, it feels like almost a little bit better, But I feel like it's probably not. Definitely the touching part, I think, is the very last part that I would ever accept, because I felt, and I think that's the reason I didn't want to accept the help, because it was embarrassing. I felt embarrassed. I felt ashamed. I felt like why would I give in to the help if I haven't given into it for the last 15 minutes? That shows me I'm weak to give into the help that she's been trying to give to me. But really, it's just kind of you tire yourself out so much that you just can't do it anymore. Plus, and then afterwards, you're all stuffed up. You have a headache because you've been crying and screaming. You can't breathe, and all you want to do is just like, you just feel so bad. You want to apologize. That was my big thing. Is after I calmed down, I wanted to apologize, but at the same time, I felt embarrassed again and weak to apologize, and just it was really hard for me to try to come to terms and be like, I'm sorry for yelling at you, because really I was sorry, but at the same time it's like that wasn't really me.
Right. And if this was like a normal temper tantrum rather than a meltdown, to me that's more normally what happens with a temper tantrum. But a meltdown, I don't know. It's just a completely different experience.
Major explosion. I feel like a temper tantrum is different in the way that, there's something around trying to get what you want, or just being angry, I guess, sometimes. But for this, it's almost like there's just a complete switch in your mood and your mind, and everyone is your enemy. So, and all you want to do is just, lay down and scream until like all this like pent up stress and anxiety and like all this wants to just, is out, because I don't know, right before the explosion you feel it, you can see it.
Yeah.